Hello again. It is taken as axiomatic among left-wing liberal and progressive types that anybody born in the United States or Britain of immigrant parents must be regarded as being every bit as American or British as those whose families may have lived in the country for a century or more. How sensible and logical is this? When watching a so-called Bollywood movie, one made in India, featuring Indians born in India, we are most of us in no doubt that the actors and actresses whom we see are, in every sense of the word, Indian. This goes rather without saying, I suppose. In this case, ethnicity, race and nationality are all in perfect accord. What though of an actor born and raised in Britain whose parents moved to that country from India shortly before he was born? Most progressive and modern people would assert warmly that he was just as British as anybody else. His ethnicity and skin colour are irrelevant, and only a racist would suggest that he wasn't really British. In this case, there is a slight discrepancy between nationality, race and ethnicity, one obvious to everybody, and yet which it is considered impolite or even wrong to mention. We think now of actress Vivien Leigh, whom older viewers will remember from Gone with the Wind. It is now that things get interesting. Vivien Leigh was born in India to British parents. Should we apply the same rules to her as to our hypothetical case of the actor born in Britain to Indian parents? Are we to think of Vivien Leigh as an Indian actress and denounce those who think otherwise as racists? What about Rudyard Kipling and William Makepeace Thackeray? Many of us have read Vikram Seth's masterpiece, A Suitable Boy, and regard him as the greatest Indian novelist of his generation. And A Suitable Boy, incidentally, is probably the greatest Indian novel in the last century or so. Should we similarly regard Kipling and Thackeray as Indian novelists? They were, after all, born in India. Might we perhaps describe Vanity Fair as being the greatest Indian novel of the 19th century? If not, why not? When we see what appears to be a discrepancy between nationality and ethnicity, it seems that we apply different rules depending upon the ethnicity of the person whom we are considering. If the person is black, Indian or Chinese, then we must be scrupulous about accepting them as belonging to the nationality of the country in which their parents chose to live and give birth. However, where white people are concerned, a different set of rules apply. In this case, they retain for all time their parents' nationality, regardless of where they were born. This is odd and more than a little illogical.